If you have not already, please go to our website, www.christinayear.com. You can find out more about me, the host. You can find free PDF copies of the Ukrainian Catholic Catechism, and you can find a free PDF copy of the reading plan that we're going to be using over 33 weeks to study the Eastern Catholic Catechism. Slava Isusu Christu, glory to Jesus Christ. This is your host, Christopher, and I have some amazing news about a project that we are going to be airing this coming Easter, this coming Pascha in 2023. Stick with me, I'm going to explain it to you. Welcome back to the Ukrainian Fire Chaplain Show. Today, I am going to introduce you to a study series called The Catechism In A Year, or more accurately called the Ukrainian Catholic Catechism in Less Than a Year. It's going to be a daily study series that I'm going to air after Easter in 2023. It's going to be available on YouTube and over a dozen podcast platforms. So let me explain to you a little bit about what's going to happen. In about 10 minutes a day, over a period of 33 weeks, I am going to guide you through a study of Christ Our Pascha, which is the Catechism for the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, also known as the Ukrainian Catholic Church or the UGCC. We are the largest of all of the Eastern Catholic churches. During each daily episode, I am going to explain the teaching of the Catechism according to our reading plan, and I am going to share some practical insights and inspiration. There's a few details being worked out still in the process of what exactly is going to be included and not included in our daily study. Some of that I'm going to keep you updated on as we get closer to Easter. Our Ukrainian Catechism offers answers to the most profound questions about the meaning and purpose of life. It also offers wisdom and perspective on the Catholic faith, sacraments, and morals from a uniquely Catholic and Eastern understanding of Christianity. Let me read to you a little quote. In his introduction letter to Christ Our Pascha, the head and father of our Ukrainian Church, Patriarch Sviatoslav, wrote that, quote, in 1992, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, also known as the Universal Catechism, was published, and a Ukrainian translation appeared in 2002. One of the goals of the Catechism of the Catholic Church was to serve as an authentic and proper guide for the compilation of future local catechisms. St. John Paul II noted that the Universal Catechism is not meant as a substitute for the various local catechisms. Rather, it is meant to encourage the creation of new and local catechisms that are better equipped to take into account the unique nuances of particular cultures, while at the same time remaining diligently faithful to the unity of faith and Catholic teaching. The particularity, or the uniqueness, of the Ukrainian theological tradition, which is Eastern Christian in origin, defines the need of a separate catechism for our Church. St. John Paul II, Pope of Rome, drew attention to this theological particularity. In the study of Revelation, East and West have followed different methods. These various theological formulations are often to be considered mutually complementary rather than conflicting. His Beatitude, Lubomir, expressed this same thought. Christ's teaching is one and the same for everyone. Faith in Christ is also the same for all Catholics, regardless of which rite or particular church they belong to. However, the theological understanding of divinely revealed truths can be different in various cultures, just as liturgical rites are different. End quote. That is a beautiful quote. And basically what the gist of this is, Father Mike is doing Catechism in a Year in the Latin Church. However, as I had mentioned a couple of years ago with starting this podcast in its initial planning phases of some of the projects that I wanted to do, there is an entire Eastern side of the Catholic Church that is often overlooked or forgotten. Sometimes we're just treated in a certain sense as the minority. A lot of people are, oh, we know there's Eastern Catholics, but we don't know much about you. I am going to be setting out our teaching. The Catechism Christ Our Pascha is one of the first Ukrainian Catholic catechisms that's produced in 500 years. It is a beautiful resource, and we're going to use that as the base of our study. One of the other interesting things is in numerous popes and numerous leaders of the church, going back from Leo the 13th, Pius the 10th, 11th, 12th, all the way up to our present time, have talked about the importance of a mutual influence and a mutual understanding of Eastern and Western forms of Christianity and Eastern and Western expressions of Christianity. And it's very difficult to have a proper appreciation for Catholicism as an Eastern Catholic unless I'm familiar with Western Catholic things. It's also very difficult for Roman Catholics to have a full appreciation of their Catholic heritage without an exposure to our Eastern Catholic churches. And that's what I'm going to try to do with this series. So what is the study plan? If you check out our website, www.christinayear.com, you can find links to not only our study plan, but the free PDF of our entire Ukrainian Catechism that has been released by the Catechetical Commission through the eparchy that originally printed it back in 2016. The study plan that we will be following on this show and on this study series adopts the threefold layout of Christ Our Pascha. The three principal parts are the faith of the church, which has been highlighted in green columns, the prayer of the church, which has been highlighted in blue columns, the life of the church, which has been highlighted in yellow columns. Additionally, there are going to be two other segments in our study series. An orange section at the beginning where we do a study of the anaphora or the Eucharistic prayer of St. Basil, and a gray section, which is a summary done at the very end where we cover some of the specific prayers and some of the specific summaries of our beliefs as Eastern Catholics. I look forward to you journeying with us on this amazing study series. We are also going to have some other teasers and pilot episodes and relevant study series coming out between now and Easter. So if you have not already, go ahead and click the subscribe or follow button and then click the little bell so that you get notifications and reminders when we start releasing these daily episodes next spring.